people segment, mad 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 people segment. Look something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look something to talk about. Take out your hair, 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 take out your hair. Look something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere.
In the bag.
For Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia. The old one, I can just edit it. Saint Lucia.
Have a gauge. Hang on, I'll get it.
No, so I can do some. What you want? What you want for? Check my eyes.
Whenever they score, I'll tell you what to go on before, right? So you can be at this position.
You're going to introduce it where we are, just the ground. Yeah. Are you done up?
Huh? Yeah, giving the managers one. One? Yeah, well. PS4.
Remember, you skip 21 and 10 like one. No, it's the wrong one.
It's on his phone.
Yeah, but he has one hard for manners.
Just now.
You say just.
What's your name? I'm Francis Babala.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Come and get activity.
So welcome to wherever we are.
Yes. Yeah, you go.
Welcome
you go.
everyone to
It's on your time
our
now.
first international match right here in the Francis Babalastic grounds, Grizzly St. Lucia, where St. Lucia plays Jamaica.
That's right. Jamaica have been in camp all week and have been preparing quite intensively. Here we are, the first breakdown. St. Lucia are quite strong on the ball. They've sealed the ball and are free to play away. Let's see how the Jamaica defence holds up.
The forwards seem to be keeping up their punch throughs. It seems to be anyone's game at this point.
Absolutely anyone's game. I see St. Lucia setting up good pods. The defence for Jamaica is spread quite wide across the field. Would they be better being a bit more narrow? I don't know. Time will tell.
That's indeed, that's indeed.
This is great work by St. Lucia. We saw earlier on the under-19s play Martinique. There were some real fast runners there.
There were indeed.
Real powerful game of rugby.
Oh, and the ball has just been stolen.
And the referee has given the decision, and it is a scrum down Jamaica ball. Jamaica are in the green and yellow, and St. Lucia are playing in the blue kit.
Yes, it's a representative of the flag itself, actually.
Sorry?
It's a representative of the
It
flag
is,
itself.
yeah, absolutely. So the Jamaica front row, we've got Rooster, Kevin Thomas, and he plays at the Cavaliers Club, along with Dominic Myers and Amiki Miller. Amiki is from the Cats Club, that's Thundercats for those that know Jamaica rugby.
Oh, interesting. And our frontline row would be Mr. Chico, Mario Chico, Junior Joseph. Oh, the scrum collapsed on the left side.
Okay, scrum's
The
gone
left side
down.
would be on our side. But
Yes,
not the side with the fans in the stands.
stadium, yes. The referees reset the scrum, we're not sure why, but it's probably a safety issue.
Most likely.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
And one of the things I admire most about rugby is the safety aspect of it. The referees are really stringent when it comes to safety, especially in the scrums.
Absolutely, there's a lot of weight and power going through there, and it's really important that it's done right. World Rugby do a fantastic job of ensuring that the rules really ensure that the way anybody plays, they always have to play in a safe way. So this is a fantastic example of that. We've got Lucas Roy-Smith, letting the ball go to Jem Edwards, and we now have Josh Ridewood-Williams, who plays his rugby at Barnstable Rugby Club on the ball. Ronaldini Fraser-Bina on the ball to DJ Daniel James, and it looks like it's going to be a score. No, it's not. We're close.
Oh, just
Still
before the
hunting.
line.
Jamaica are keeping their patience and discipline. They've just knocked the ball. Has it gone backwards? It's a penalty to Jamaica. I'm not sure what the infringement's for. Referee's not indicated yet.
Well, actually, she put St. Lucia back onto their try line, so I'm assuming offside.
Could be. And here we go. Jamaica have just scored through Josh Ridewood-Williams again of the Barnstable Rugby Club.
Oh, that was extremely well placed, well timed, and Jamaica practiced well. They showed high levels of patience.
Yes, there was times when I thought that Jamaica was just going to try and go for the line,
I thought so too.
but they didn't.
For a second, I was holding my breath. I was like, but
Yeah. Sorry about it. That's fine.
So here we are. So once the team has scored, the scoring team gets an opportunity to kick the conversion, and Ronaldini Fraser is that guy that does it. The flags are down, which means he didn't convert that for the additional 2 points. What will happen next is we'll have a restart from the halfway line, where the conceding team will kick the ball back to the scoring team. So St. Lucia to kick to Jamaica.
did the conversion score?
No, went wide.
Now, could you please tell our viewers how important the conversion is in a game of rugby?
Yes, the points awarded for scoring a try is 5, but if you then can kick the ball between the posts,
Right.
from the point where you scored the try, so if you scored it in the corner near the flag, you have to kick from wide out.
Right,
If you score
right.
it from in front of the post, you have to kick from in front of the post, which obviously makes it easier.
Right.
So you get an additional 2 points for that.
So I have found over the many games I've watched that a conversion could be the do or die.
Oh, absolutely. It's you have to start to rack up your points, because
Exactly.
it changes how the opposition play. If there's a tight game, then anything can happen. But as we can see here, we have a foot race. Jasper Richard. Oh, he got pushed. Let's see if that was picked up.
So was that awarded? Because
I'm not sure who finally scored that try, but I did see a push, and I can see an injured St. Lucia player down on the floor. The referee are undecided as the outcome.
there's no number 9. Sorry. It looks like number 19, not 9. I was about to say 9.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Number 19 for St. Lucia.
Yes. And the referee has taken time off. Not quite sure as to what has happened. I think they're going to focus on the safety first.
Exactly.
Ensure the player is in a safe position. Stop the clock so the game can continue without interference. And ensure that the player is well looked after before.
And as we were
Game
saying just
starts.
prior, that safety is extremely important in games like this. Well, not games
Absolutely.
like this, but in games
In all games.
generally.
In fact, it's actually safety is uppermost even in training.
Yes.
So looking at the way the teams are setting up, it looks as though they're going to do restart with a 22 dropout. which would mean that St Lucia are kicking the ball out from the 22 metres from their own try line, which means the Jamaican attempt at scoring was unsuccessful.
Oh, interesting.
Fortunately, we don't have an elevated position to be able to see down into the corner, and we have the St Lucia technical area right in front of us. Maybe in future or during the game we should walk a little bit up and down.
Oh,
And let's
maybe we
hope,
can.
maybe, yeah, see if we can still stay connected to
Right.
the wireless.
So while we are at this break due to injury,
Yeah.
I will go ahead and give us our lineup for St. Lucia.
Yes, please.
Yes, we have Mario Chico, which would be our front line, Neyman Lascaris, Cletus Joseph, Kurt Phillip, Mohamed McLaurin, Ethan Phillips, Randall Folius, Flavian Gabriel, Malil Cherry, Yantes Jean-Baptiste, Leslie Frank, Ernie Julian, Junior de Teville, Nico Joseph, Dante Asso, Lamani Lewis, Nathan Emmanuel, Jassa Lewis, and no, I did not miss a soul. I thought I missed a soul.
Amazing.
That is really good. So,
Okay, we're going to have the pause going to go on for a bit longer as we mentioned the safety. So let me go through with the Jamaican side. So we have Kevin Thomas from the Cavaliers Club, Dominic Myers from the Cavaliers Club, Amiki Miller from the Thundercats Club, Tyrese Cummings from London Irish, and we have Sam Bailey from Loughborough University, and Jasper Richardson from Old Alanians, Dominic Taylor from Deal and Bettinshanger, and Ethan Cornick from Burnage, Ronaldini Frazier from Cavaliers, Lucas Roy Smith, who's actually player coach at the moment. He's without a club, he's unattached. And then we have Jamie Radwood Williams, and he's playing at Coombe Down Rugby Club. And we have Jem Edwards at London Scottish Lions, and Dan James, who we were talking about just before this score, who's playing at Harpenden Rugby Club. Josh Radwood Williams, that's the brother of Jamie.
oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
absolutely, and he is playing his rugby at Barnstable. We have Didier Taylor, who's at Manchester Met University, and we also have a young man by the name of Tristan Brown, who's playing for Chambra Rugby Club, and a final substitute, not a final substitute, still got a few more, Houghton Campbell, Tariki Hutchinson, Romario Hull from Cats, Matthew Core from Florida, Rashid Pencil, and Alex Graham Buck, and the whistle is back on for the restart, 22 dropout.
And just in case anybody was wondering, it's a tradition to clap off any player that has to walk off the field due to any kind of injury. Doesn't matter the severity. It's just our way of showing that we care, be it opposition or the team itself.
Absolute
So
sportsmanship is at the heart of it.
that is exactly. I
And
couldn't have
Jamaica
said it
are not
better.
are looking a bit.
And there was just a breakaway just now. There was a
Yeah.
breakaway.
Seems like
And-
Jamaica are very hungry at the moment, but they're not getting the success. Not
Yes.
sure why.
It was a forward pass just now.
Is that what it was?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Your coach? You
Commentator.
oh, okay. Yes, coach. Yeah. No, I'm water, sir. I'm water. That's that coach. Am I not allowed to go on pitch then? You are the coach? No, no, our the coach is on the pitch. You are an assistant? Yeah.
Number 50.
So here we have a scrum, and St Lucia seem to be quite dominant in this scrum, and they've made a breakout, carrying very powerfully down the right-hand flank. Can't see the numbers from here. Again, we don't have an elevated position, but it looks very powerful and very
Okay.
strong.
Now that run just now was
Jamaica.
done by Chico. What I noticed on both sides, the forwards are very agile,
Yes.
and I admire that.
The modern day rugby player now is a front row is not 25 pints of beer or 2 bottles of rum before a game, but in fact a good bit of exercise, and they stay on top of that. So they may be bigger, but they're also fit, and it makes the game much more attractive.
So, actually, funny enough, I saw a reel that was saying that props are just as fast as the backs, and I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with you over 5 meters, and I would say it might change after that.
Let's not get technical. As a forward myself, let's not get technical. Let's not get technical.
Okay.
But again, another valiant try by St. Lucia. However, we had a knock on.
Yes.
So
We're back to another scrum. So
Let them know this is a technical zone and this is a match, international match going on, basically coming to you. Thank you.
here we are. Jamaica get the ball out of scrum. Seem to miss one, and there seems to be an infringement by St. Lucia, and Jamaica have the penalty. Let's see what Jamaica do with this option. It's a penalty. They could kick for the post, try and get a 3 points, or they can kick to the sideline, the touch line, and aim to have a line out, which brings them closer to the try line. And from that, they would hope to get over the try line and pick up 5 points.
do you think that was the best way to have done in that scenario, being so close to the try line as it is?
Well, I think it's depends on what their tactics are. Tactically, it's for them. It's kind of let's walk up there, really close. We're 5 meters. They're 5 meters out now,
Right.
and I suspect they will look to catch and drive the ball in that they won't pass it out.
So
let's
they
have a
from
look.
what we call a maul.
Correct.
All right,
More.
so ladies and gentlemen, and that is exactly what we're seeing right now, where the ball is stuck somewhere towards the middle endish part of the group of individuals. Oh,
And again, a penalty's been awarded to Jamaica. Can't see why, no indication by the referee at this point. But they're still in a strong position. Ronaldinho Fraser takes the ball, and it's Kevin Thomas Rooster who's just run on, but it seems to have knocked it on, or the ball seems to have come free. And St. Lucia will have an opportunity to counter-attack. Didn't happen. The referee has called for a scrum.
yes.
So they're going to
he
restart the game with a scrum, and St. Lucia get the opportunity to put the ball in.
has. Now, that was a very, very, very delicate few seconds. I felt like it was an hour because it was so tricky how close that ball was to the try line, with St. Lucia having been tackled practically on the try line.
Yes.
So in that event, a lot of teams would kick and have their backline chase down that ball like there was no tomorrow.
I think they were setting up to do it, but I think they then Jamaica must have knocked the ball on, so they went back to the scrummage.
Now,
St. Lucia's scrummage looks quite strong here.
and the ball was stolen
Referee
in
is
the
the
scrum.
referee saying it was wheeling. So yes, the referee did have her arm out, which was indicating there was an infringement by St. Lucia in the way they were pushing, to keep it simple terms. And from there on, that gave Jamaica the opportunity and advantage to pick up the ball and run to score.
So, could you break that down for us? Right before you do that, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shamwa Philjones. I'm also a national player for St. Lucia female team, and I manage the junior team that you had the pleasure of watching.
It
play
was
their
a pleasure,
very first
absolutely.
15s game.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, I'm Houghton Campbell, and I work with Jamaica. I'm technical director for the 15s programme, and I just was watching that. Can't remember what happened. I'm so used to watching games on TV, an opportunity with rewind, and at the moment it was a bit lost. But there was a scrummage. The scrummage was Jamaica's put the ball in, so it was their opportunity to control the ball. So Lucia seemed to push back quite aggressively, but I think what they didn't do is push straight. So in the scrum, the front row have to push straight. I think they rotated round, and I think the referee put her arm out, showing advantage to Jamaica, and then I think although they had the ball, certainly had the ball, it dropped and Jamaica picked it up and scored, and therefore they had the advantage, so they let that play on.
So a while ago we saw conversion being taken by
Ronald
number
Beanie Fraser.
9. Right, there you go.
Beanie, nickname Beanie they call him.
Could you give me the backstory on such a name?
Well, I'm not sure exactly where it comes from, but I suspect it's something to do with his height. He's short in stature, but more than a force and powerhouse. Pound for pound, probably one of the strongest players that I've ever met. And he is a scrum half. He's a regular sevens player. So I suspect, as you can see, there are some very big men on the pitch, and I suspect that Beanie would have played with guys that are so big and probably size, as you can see.
So,
not tall, it's very much powerful.
Not to cut you short, but I noticed that the Jamaican men, before they set up for the lineup, ran in front of the position where the lines lady marked.
Yes.
What was that for?
So they already can see, as they approach, they can see who's going to potentially be the jumpers from St. Lucia. So they want to know that they want to be in front of that or opposite that person.
But why did they go there before? And their hands were up like this.
So they can't throw the ball in quickly. They're ready. So the game is about speed in this particular instance. And St. Lucia could have easily have thrown the ball in. They didn't have to wait for this setup. But once there's two players from each team there, then the line out is deemed to be formed, and then you can't throw it in quickly. And here we go, St. Lucia have taken a break. Kicked it away. Ooh. And then you have Didier Taylor, who's kicked at the ball, running quite strong.
Lovely tackle.
Didier's just come out of our under-19s, Jamaica's under-19s program.
Oh, that
and there's another young brother called Ben who's on his way through as well.
Right.
That I think Jamaica's plan and future is based around a lot of these youngsters. There are so many talented youngsters that really can step up and live the dream as a top rugby player, and this is the start of it for Jamaica.
Okay, so this is what is called a sin bin moment.
Yes.
A sin bin moment is when any player has an infraction or committed an infraction where they are awarded a yellow card.
Not any infraction, but obviously there's a level of seriousness about it. So it's reached that level of seriousness where the referee feels that the person should be penalised, the team should be penalised for that, and that person also should be asked to leave the field. He will see that that's part of the safety conversation we were talking about earlier. The tackle, the contact was a bit dangerous, so obviously 10 minutes off the field helps you to recalibrate your mind and think about what you need to be doing. But here we go. Who's that just piling in the corner?
So an interesting
Jamaica was scored, and it looks to me like 13. Yep. So it is Josh Rydwood Williams, one of the brothers. He's just scooted around the outside on the left hand side.
An interesting attempt was try to kick that ball away from the try line of St. Lucia. However, it resulted in a turnover.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you have to factor in is the wind. So as we know, the wind is coming from behind us and going right into that corner, and he was trying to kick from that corner out towards us. And therefore his kick was powerful, but the wind is no fool, and is much more powerful. So it didn't go where he wanted it to go, and in fact it just came into the hands of Jamaica because of that. So maybe he should have not tried to kick for distance and kick to the sideline. So then you get an opportunity to slow down, gather your thoughts and reset. And take the line out.
Again, the conversion was taken by Beanie.
Yes.
And it was successful, I believe.
I think so.
again, we have a couple of our under 19 players. Well, those who have passed through the academy and the under 19 program that we currently have on the field right now,
Yeah.
and it's really good to see that union of the two players.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's how everybody develops. You know, players do get old, and that will never change. So if you want to sort of play at the highest level, you've got to develop the young players. I can see here that it's already happening, and it's great to see these young lads having a go. And here we go. Oof. And that looks like a real man-off.
They took him right
I think that was
all the way to the
young rooster versus number 3,
That is Mario Chico.
Chico. I think, he might not be running down that side of the pitch very soon, but
I think a challenge was just me.
yes, I think it is. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see now because they're going to have to scrummage against each other.
Now, one of the things I like the most about this game is that the rivalry ends when the whistle blows.
Correct.
So,
As you saw there, in many other sports, that would end up into a fight. There was real clarity on it. Referee blew her whistle, and everybody just stood up and they just cheered each other, which is
Yes.
kind of nice. Here we go. St. Lucia picking the ball at number 8, and he's off. And running the move, they got a little short wrap, and he's kicked, but again hasn't considered the wind, so the wind's gone too far. The referee's made a call, indicating a high tackle by Jamaica,
yes.
and therefore she's brought them back for a penalty. So St. Lucia making a good impact.
Decision making is one of the most important aspects of this game.
Absolutely.
Because the slightest tweak in what was given will change and will determine.
I think the decision making is vital because it's two good teams really playing aggressively against each other. Oh, and the score didn't go in.
It didn't.
Ball still kept in play. Jamaica defending well. And the referee has indicated that Jamaica were offside and it's a penalty to St. Lucia. But I believe they have to take the penalty from where the referee is, where she's made the mark.
So a while ago was a quick play is what St. Lucia tried.
And they're going to do it again.
Where you try to get the defense off of their, what you call that?
Offside.
Offside.
Yes.
That's what it is. However,
so you have to retreat 10 metres.
right.
But when you're on the try line, near the try line, it's only 5 metres away. So the maximum they could retreat was 5 metres. But obviously somebody didn't.
That was a beautiful tackle.
Yeah, shouldn't be jumping in the tackle,
Yeah.
my understanding, but the referee's closer than I am to see what happened.
So
There we go there. She's still driving hard.
they are, and
They found a little blind spot.
They did. However, they are going to continue hitting until they
Yeah.
reach that try line.
It's great work. What's the referee calling now? He's decided on something. And Jamaica are cheering. So I suspect Jamaica have held them out. That's a great defence because St. Lucia are really working hard.
They were, and it was a valiant try.
Yes.
If I do so.
Jamaica have gone for the run. They're not going to kick as they could. They've decided to run, and off they go down the left flank. And here we have Josh Williams again. He's streaming past a few players. Ball's gone to Daniel James, and there is 2-3 Jamaicans. Oh, and Daniel James has got the ball back, and I think he's going to score the try any minute now, right under the post. Congratulations, Jamaica. That was a magnificent try from your own post, defending heroically to scoring at the other end.
Now that is one of the great plays that teams would talk about, from try line to try line.
Correct. We were just talking about decision making, and I was thinking that maybe Jamaica should just kick away.
Yes.
They didn't make that decision. They decided.
And again, the patience.
Yes.
The patience that was shown in waiting, passing, deciding to run, then deciding not to run.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because you kind of think in the middle of a game like that, after you've been defending so heavily,
Right, right,
how does everybody know?
right.
You know, but I suspect they saw the captain kick the ball, not captain Lucas Roy-Smith, go to kick, and think, oh right, we've got to run. So brave, but very rewarding.
Also, I like the fact that we have what you call the ability on both ends of the field, both ends.
Yeah, end to end.
To run. Both ends.
Some people
it's
call that
amazing.
coast to coast.
I think that's a very good name for it, you know. Coast to coast.
Well, I actually think of coast to coast being left to right, right to left, but that's that's what.
Technically,
that's often,
the ball goes left and then comes back right.
it certainly does,
so
yeah.
Coast to
yeah.
coast works.
Yeah, absolutely. From this beach to that one.
Yes, yes, yes.
And here we go, Jamaica on the ball again, and this time they decided to kick.
But what
So-
I have noticed that Jamaica does keep two people at the back,
Yes.
which is what we call supers.
Yes. It's interesting because you would think, because the wind is coming from the direction of Jamaica to St. Lucia, and obviously it's hard for them to kick, St. Lucia to kick, so they actually don't need to have two in the backfield at this stage. In the second half, now you can feel the wind's picked up.
Yes, it
They
has.
certainly do need it. You know, they will need it in the second half. Because there is a thing, if you can kick the ball from the halfway line,
Yeah.
and it goes out while it's getting in the 22, then actually your team will get the possession to restart the line out. Whereas ordinarily, if you've kicked away possession, the opposition would get
Okay.
the opportunity. That's why they were put two in the backfield.
Leslie, who you are? Who you are? Close that gap.
So here we have Ronaldinho Frazier putting the ball in. Referees call the scrum up again.
1 minute.
And we're just discovering that there is a player in the sin bin, is about to return within about a minute, and that probably makes sense why Jamaica decided to run that ball, because one person in the sin bin, there's one less player on the St. Lucia team to defend. So that's again good decision making, I would say. Would you agree?
Yes, it was. It really was. And also, the sin bin does affect our team
It does.
drastically. It does. Why? Because one, your team has to work harder now
Yes.
to cover the gap that has been left, as well as it depends on which side of the field that person gets.
Not
for
really,
me-
because you just adjust, but I
No, but
think,
for me,
okay, yep,
if a forward gets sin
yes,
bin, that to me in a 15 game, a
Yeah.
forward is a crucial person, especially in the contact areas
Yeah.
that you would not want to lose as much as a back.
yes.
So for those persons who don't know the difference, forward would be the persons who go in to make most of the contact, they carry the balls up, and the backs are the persons who run
Very fast.
Exactly. So for me, a sin bin for a forward in any.
I suppose you have to. It's a set. You have to restart the game with a line out or a scrum. There's a technical element to the forwards game.
Yes.
So if you're missing that technical element, you're probably not going to win possession.
And Vinny is added. They're number 2 for St. Lucia. Mohammed McLaurin is out of sin bin
Returning to
and
the field
returning
of
to
play.
game with
Let's
about
see
30 seconds left in the game.
what difference that might make if St. Lucia get down into the Jamaica try line again with 15 on the pitch rather than 14.
Now, Vinny, that's 3 for 3. Of the conversions?
I'm not keeping count, and I don't see a scoreboard. Unfortunately, we haven't got the pleasures of the usual screens. And there we have it. Roosters just taken an almighty drive. None of the St. Lucia players could hold him down. And Jamaica are looking to play a bit more of an expansive game, although St. Lucia are not going to allow them. They're saying, no, you can try, but we're going to knock you back. There's been a kick, and it's gone up the left wing, and another kick, and it looked like Dominic Taylor, but it looks like now John. Oh, it's a knock on there. From what I saw.
Now,
So, yep, unsuccessful conclusion. I think Jamaica playing high risk, high reward rugby, whilst they are actually playing into the wind. It's
Yes.
good to run, and they actually know that they can get towards the try line of St Lucia. And even if they make mistakes there, it's going to be hard for St Lucia to then go back down the other end and score. So,
But did you notice he overran that ball just now?
who ran the ball?
He overran it. He had to step back to try to get it.
Yes, yeah.
And for a lot of players, timing of that ball is crucial.
Absolutely, but I think in the heat of battle, when you see the trial line beckoning, everybody's going at full speed, and not many people have brakes, unfortunately. So here we have a scrum again on the 5 metre line. St Lucia about to put the ball in, and let's see how they go. They look quite powerful in their scrum today, and the ball's gone in, and it's at the back of the scrum, so they've safely won it. It's, however, the referee has penalised St Lucia at the scrum.
We just had.
So I'm not sure of the nature of the infringement, but Jamaica now get the ball back and will be taking a penalty of some sort.
Close it up! Close it up!
For me, this is on the edge of my seat kind of play.
Absolutely. And again, this is an unusual one. Jamaica have gone to kick the ball to the line out with no net gain of advancing down the pitch. But I suspect they saw it on the last time they actually did it,
And
catch
it
and
was-
drive, and it
yes,
showed
and
success.
it
So,
was-
yeah.
Miguel, you stretch out already? You snap yourself already? Yeah. You snap yourself though.
And the ball goes in, and the line that comes down, they're driving. It looks like they're over the line. They haven't put it down yet.
And again, one of the reasons this play is when well executed is because it's very difficult to actually know where the ball is in the middle of a mall.
Correct.
Because it could be at the end and you have no idea, and at the last moment that person takes it and just puts it down on the try line. However, it looks like that's not what happened.
The referee is having a conversation with some of the players.
Yes.
Both teams. She's given the ball to Lucia. So, it's a penalty. They're giving a penalty. No. So it is a try given. She obviously had a discussion about something else.
Okay. I do apologize,
Yes,
ladies and
it's a 5
gentlemen.
pointer, and one of the Fraser's going to actually aim to kick again, and let's see if he gets this one over. Just check to see if my sound is still working. So just testing now, can you hear me? You can hear me? Wonderful.
Number 16 just scored.
16. Yes, it was hooker Dominique Myers from the Cavaliers Club.
And the conversion was not good.
I wasn't watching, I was just getting my mic check done.
Yes, I was watching though.
Oh, and so he did.
Yeah, no, it was not good.
Not
He
good.
didn't get that one.
Okay.
So they,
So there must have been quite a serious infringement, and Jamaica get to restart the half with a penalty. Should have kicked it to touch, but didn't quite make it. And the ball's been kicked back by St Lucia. Really nice kick. Got a good distance of 40-50 metres, and now it'll be a line out to Jamaica, just inside their half.
Jamaica ball. Behind the 22. Behind the 22.
She's got it wrong.
so
I think the
the
touch judge is putting her arm in the wrong way, but Jamaica have the ball.
so the kicker for St. Lucia, number 15, Leslie Frank, is one of the...
I'm trying to figure out why St. Lucia get the ball because
22. I know you should, man. 22.
it's not the 22. 22's down there.
Out 22. He kicked from out 22.
No, you go 50 from halfway to the 22.
No, from the 22 to pass halfway.
It's called a 50-22 for a reason.
Move there. Move inside.
And you were correct, sir. You were correct. It was missing a little bit to
Misinterpretation
Yes.
by one of the coaches of St. Lucia. It's fine. The referee is the final arbiter of all these decisions, and they do a fantastic job. It's a 3-person team. It's 3 females today, I think. I can't see on the far side, but they're doing some great discipline being laid down by the referee today. That line out was quite a clever little play.
Yes,
And
it was.
You've got a little run through with Dominic Taylor running up the middle. Managed to offload it to Dominic Myers again, and they have a good breakdown position just outside the 22. Beanie's got the ball. What's he going to do with it? Man of mischief. He's been caught up, but the big forwards have got it, and we're really driving towards the try line. And St. Lucia have conceded another penalty, and Jamaica have an opportunity probably about 10 metres out.
So they were in that ball because they realized that there's an overlap.
Yeah. I think quite often when you advance quickly, teams tend to go narrow in defence.
Right.
And therefore, if you can hold yourself, obviously the ball moves faster than the player, so they can throw from one to the other, cover a much further distance. It's 50 metres across the pitch.
Right.
So yeah, that's you have to be careful about how you mark, whether you mark the space or whether you mark the player in defence.
So, what is an overlap? For those persons who may not understand what we mean by an overlap.
Yeah, well, that was a great example of an overlap. If you can see, the St. Lucia team are defending between, let's say, this corner nearest to us now, and probably just past the second post.
Right.
And whereas Jamaica were wide, right out. They have players, and they use the space, they use the passing, and the passing makes the difference. Of course, because you pass, you end up moving quicker across the pitch, and the defenders can't run that fast. So you overlap, a bit like overtaking, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are almost. Well, we were told a minute left in the first half. However,
No, I think that was for the sin bin.
the sin bin. So we had the wrong timing on. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a lovely kick.
That's a great
And that was a well placed tackle.
storming through. And is that Didier? Yeah, it was Didier making a great run, but St. Lucia stopped that.
And I noticed that the referee signaled a knock on. That's what you said, right?
I didn't see that one. Yes, that's a knock on. Yeah.
So St. Lucia gets the opportunity once again to place that ball in the scrum. Again, as you mentioned earlier, that they need to keep the scrum straight.
Correct.
Because the last couple of scrums, I noticed as you did say, it has been turning, and Jamaica has been taking that opportunity and running away.
Yeah, and I'm no expert on this scrummaging malarkey, but sometimes a team that's strong will drive and push really hard. Let's call it pushing for velocity. The opposite person might not push. They make it as if they're deliberately wheeling it. So there are a number of dark arts in there. Always difficult to tell what's going on, but the referee's quite often on the spot.
And that tackle was made by Jassa Lewis, one of the younger players that played against Martinique just now. And we have another knock-on call.
Penalty this time. They pass knocked on, hit a Jamaica player, and then it went forward, and the player in front actually caught the ball. Jesus.
Now that was.
So I think the game is heating up to a super high temperature, a very aggressive tackle. I think initially the Jamaica defence had retreated 10 metres from the scrum, and then there looks like a very aggressive tackle. I'm not sure whether it's just aggression or whether it was tip. The referee will decide that, and she's decided it was dangerous. So again, he's taken a yellow card, and he's going to be removed from the pitch for 10 minutes. But at the same time, the gentlemanly conduct, he shook hands with the guy that he did
The captain.
with. Yeah, you know, and that's part of the sportsmanship of the game. Here we go.
So I believe the game has now begun.
It's on fire, isn't it?
The heat is heating.
Jamaica conceding a penalty game.
And that was the diving call.
So they need to, if they're trying to contest the ball, they need to stay on their feet and support their own body weight. Quite often that's enthusiasm. Sometimes again it's brinkmanship. The defence might just step back, so you go onto the floor. So it's about body management. Again, that's a rule based around safety. And here we go. We've got some very strong conduct. Pardon the language that you've just heard there, but the game is really sizzling at this point in time.
It looked to me.
Yeah, we could have an overlap on now, as we were discussing earlier. Lucia seem to have more players on the outside than Jamaica, but they seem to have dropped the ball. And the referee has called the knock on, no advantage. And I look back across the pitch and I can see some battle-weary players. Jamaica, Dominic Taylor looks has taken a knee. We have another player here.
That's what I was just looking at. So, for those of you watching who may be questioning, the game will come to a pause after the ball is left area.
Yeah, the play goes on, and the first aid is allowed to and provide immediate needs, whatever level they need, and the play can continue. The officials, the third officials, the two assistant referees can still help the referee continue with the game. If any of the medics feel that there's anything that's dangerous, they will immediately signal the game will just stop regardless.
So we saw a Jamaican player, number 17.
Dominic Taylor, he's now got back up. Dominic plays at the Deal and Bestintanga Club. It's down in Kent. For those of you that know, probably not many do in this region, but Dominic's been with the programme for a few years, and he's one of the keenest players around, always ready, always present, always on time, actually always early. So,
Right, and we have both players returning to play, which is
fantastic.
Yes.
This big boxing match is a real showdown, isn't it?
It has turned into a Muhammad Ali versus
Fraser.
Yes.
With Mike Tyson thrown in.
Yes, exactly that. I'm also happy to see a lot more rugby in the region.
Yeah.
As we have the Carnival Sevens coming up for St. Lucia, we have Tobago Sevens coming up.
Yes, that's right.
So, I mean,
we hear about the Rugby Caribbean Queens and Kings.
Yes, indeed.
Playing all around the region, which is absolutely fantastic.
And I find it's a very good opportunity because a lot of players don't get the opportunity to go out and play or expose their talent when they're coming from small islands.
But it is talent.
There is
it is talent. It absolutely is talent.
A lot.
And here we go. We've got the scrum here, and Jamaica put the ball in, and the referee has stopped. And awarded the penalty to Jamaica. St. Lucia deep.
Only call him back, call him back.
So
Ball in the five back.
the looked like the scrum collapsed
Yeah.
on
We all have, we
the
all
St.
have.
Lucia end.
Oh, this is a nice wide was crossfield kick to for Lucas Roy Smith to Jamie Radwood Williams. Came down, and he's just put the ball down. Oh, Lucas Roy Smith take a bow for that excellence. So again, we just talked about decision making there. Everybody's on the far side. Effectively, Jamaica was stood in an overlap position. They had more players this side. Everybody thought the play was going to go forward.
Yes.
But in fact, Lucas took the opportunity and placed a pinpoint kick. I don't even know how you can do that in this, in ordinarily, yes, it's difficult, but when it's this windy, to get it right into his hands. Yeah, fantastic.
Kudos to his coaching.
He's one of the coaches. So he can pat himself on the back. Oh, we have a new kicker here. And
that conversion was
tight head.
good.
Amiki Miller, Thundercat, hits the ball wide of the right post.
One of the other aspects that I enjoy about rugby is the fact that everybody has the opportunity to do everything.
Absolutely.
Everything. So you can be a kicker if you want to. You can be a forward, you can be a back. There's a position for everybody.
Correct. That is a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, sometimes some of the positions are quite technical. So you need to be specifically trained in those positions. So we look at rummaging the front row. Those big guys going head to head with each other early on. They're quite specifically trained. Again, because it's safety that is paramount in what the rugby game is all about. Oh, this could be an opportunity. Oh no.
Now, when I started playing rugby, I was told you never let the ball bounce.
Correct. Sometimes.
So just now they let the ball bounce, and it was anyone's.
Would have been off for a try. They were side.
And did you see how the solution player who, if he had timed it correctly, would have just gone through that
I
pass?
think we've been right on the post.
Yes.
I think St. Lucia making a change, a substitution.
And that is Ron Eugene, number 18, and he will be replacing Junior De Tuville, one of the junior players who has graduated to the senior program.
Wonderful. It's all about coming through, making a name for themselves.
Yes, indeed.
There we are, line out throw. To Lucas Roy Smith. Ethan Cornick driving up the middle. And it's been stripped of the ball. St. Lucia making a counter attack.
Now that pass just now, oh, that was a very good tackle. Well placed, well timed. Part of the problem is that St. Lucia is going into a lot of contact right now, and they don't need that. They really don't need that.
So I think when you go to the end of a half, you tend to be less precise.
Yes, you're tired. That's what it is. You're tired.
And if you've just got the ball and it wasn't from a set piece, then you try and do everything really quickly.
So it is officially half time for this game. So a 15th game runs 40 minutes a half. So we're going to have so at this time we spend the time to do a quick review of score for those persons at home. The score is 46. It's not this.
I have to tally up.
So, and I must commend this round. Did you notice that the referee and her line judges were all female?
I did, absolutely.
Oh, all female
And it's
crew.
fantastic. It's progression. That's, RAN are doing a fantastic job in promoting females in sport, and they have a lot of leadership programs, and obviously refereeing is part of that, enabling the game to exist. And we often forget that without the referees, you can't play the game.
And I find that it's a very good progress for the world because not everybody wants to play.
That's correct.
And a lot of issues a lot of persons across the board might be having is getting females to play such a high contact game. But now they can see I can control the game. I can control the game. So
I've got cool need.
yes. Just highlighting the all-female crew and how the world has taken to adjusting to that. And I find that's a very good direction, especially since it's very difficult to get girls to play a high contact sport. I also noticed we're doing a lot of flag rugby,
Yes.
which is good.
It's
for
a
me
it's a
because
gateway.
It's for everyone because you also have males who may not want to be so.
But there are lots of different reasons people also consider. So I see this a lot with players who may have jobs or they're studying and they can't afford to be injured.
Right.
So for that period of time, they need to focus. So like you say, flag becomes a great gateway to rugby if you're working. And if the flag rugby allows people to play, whilst they may be studying at university, then after university they may get a job, and that means they can actually sustain themselves if they get injured. So there's lots of little things like that that really come into play.
And not just staying away from injury, it's also a way to be more flashy. So I've noticed the world's going more into the flash of a sport.
Yes.
So flag rugby definitely allows you to do all the fancy steps without the high risk.
Absolutely, and why not? I mean, that's another aspect of something in the game for every player.
Yeah.
Every player.
Yes.
The
Yes.
game will accommodate.
It also allows the crossover from different sports and without the risk of being
There's
injured.
walking rugby, there's wheelchair rugby.
I saw that for the retirees. I found that was very good because a lot of the sports don't allow you to play after a certain age. So
I think that's one of the great things about rugby. It's a participation sport. We're so lucky.
I personally would like to do. I would love to do that one.
That hurts.
Walk tonight, walk tonight, walk tonight, walk tonight. Mad people segment, 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 mad people segment. Look something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere. Look something to talk about. Take out your head, 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 take out your head. Look something to talk about. Run anywhere, run anywhere, run anywhere.
Mon Dieu. I can't come for it because I'm doing commentary. I cannot come for it, I'm doing commentary. Till I have to go. Till I have to go. Till I have to go. Just till I have to go.
Okay, no, it's not that hard. Oh, we have that matter cleared up. The score is 46-0 to Jamaica, half time, and that's quite a comprehensive score to rack up in 40 minutes, more than a point a minute. Molody need Fraser to restart with a long kick, reaching kick into the corner. Jamaica will now defend the line out. Lucia. So Lucia.
Yes, it is a throw in. To try the more.
We have the ball. Awarded to Jamaica because St. Lucia didn't throw the ball in.
Yes.
And there's about a metre distance between and the ball has to be thrown into that effectively and then so this put the ball in the byline and Ronald putting the ball in.
Again, as we had of safety, there's been so many collapses of the scrum, the referee will definitely be looking out for that a lot more. As we were talking about player transitioning, the lines, the official deck, all those team were all national players.
Yes, fantastic. It was a really powerful scrum by Jamaica.
It was.
Ball was released, but the pressure came on from St. Lucia defensively. They put good pressure on, and Jamaica just knocked the ball forward. So
again, I believe before you caught the ball.
Correct.
So
Looks good.
Yeah, good.
Okay, let's see St. Lucia with this scrum. As they've been really putting on some heat on Jamaica.
Again, we have a slide.
They've gone early, yeah. And we have a superb tackle there.
That
It looks like Dominic. Yes, it is. Dominic, the young man that I was saying that turns up early for everything, is very keen. He really put some keen energy into the St. Lucia player.
and that is what would be called a clean tackle.
Yes, it was a very clean tackle.
Clean.
Yeah, textbook in fact.
Textbook was the word I was looking for.
And, you know, it's very aggressive, but it's safe. Both players can stand up and get back on with the game. That's the key part to it.
So, for those persons who may not know, we don't want what's called dumping, where you lift, put them over your shoulder at any point in time, or put them down safely. Right? So, we have a lot of things put in place to ensure that the safety of the player is number one in this game.
Absolutely. So the tackler has responsibility for the person they've tackled and ensure that they go to ground safely.
Did you play any rugby?
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Not very high level, but I've played it for a very long time.
And what position did you play?
I've played every position except hooker.
Okay.
More of it was later on when I was coaching, but originally I was playing at fullback and wing. Those were my principal positions.
And for those persons who are wondering, hooker is the person ideally placed in the scrum to steal that ball or secure the ball for the team.
Correct. So the reason why they call it hooker is that person has both of their arms bound around two props who are propping up the scrum, and then they actually, when the ball is fed in from the side, that hooker actually hooks the ball backwards.
So he uses his foot to
hook it backwards.
hook the ball or steal it if it's not his.
It's based on your own team ball. I mean, obviously, yes, if you can steal it from the opposition on their ball. That doesn't happen very often nowadays. Again, because they've put a lot of safety into the game. And so before the two teams used to charge against each other.
Yes.
Dangerous, very dangerous. And now they have a cadence which is managed, and the referee can stop the scrummage before it gets bad, or they can allow it and still monitor it because everybody's already started in a safe position. We have another injury here.
So
Jamaica player.
15s is a very grueling version of this game, so
Yeah.
it is not for the weak.
No, I mean it's 80-minute game. Obviously nowadays you can have more substitutes, so there's an opportunity to bring on fresh legs. But even when you do, you only have usually a maximum of 7. There are some instances where you can have 8, but 7 subs is what it is normally, and yeah, so only 7-year-old players get half a game or however long, and the rest have to play the full 80.
So the difference between the 7s and the 15s, apart from time, is that 7s, which will have 7 players, is a lot faster.
Yes, faster, shorter.
And it demands a little less, I would say, than a 15th game.
This one?
It demands a little less than a 15th game.
A little less, a little more. You have to, so you're talking about, if we use races as an analogy, your marathon runner, does that demand less? No, it doesn't, because you've got to run, you've got to continue running, as opposed to 7s where you've got to sprint. You might have to sprint, and you might not make it, and you might have to sprint back to defend. You know, so we see the best runners doing 100 meters in one go. So now you're talking about some of these players, hang on, 100 plus 100, plus a 50. So it's for me it's just another form of the game,
Yeah.
and they're both equally rewarding.
So as we mentioned earlier, we had the clap off of a player who had to come off due to injury.
Yes.
Again, it is just what it's way of showing is sportsmanship, showing that we care, even though we are on opposite sides of the field right now.
Yeah. And that was Kevin Thomas, aka Rooster, who left the field. He was playing at tight head prop, I believe. Now it works. Jamaica gets to put the ball in at the scrum, and this game has been scrum's been so competitive. Yep, there we go. Straight away, St. Lucia gained the penalty. The referees decided something's not safe for the players, so she's awarded a penalty.
It looked like Oscar, the man with the ball currently, was trying to do a quick play, but he was not able to do so and decided to kick to touch instead.
Yes.
So we have the line. All right.
Yep. St. Lucia ball.
Yes, it is.
Oof, interesting. Lucia came around the front of the line out. Nice dummy. And they're playing very aggressively, both teams. No one's giving a centimetre. Again, Jamaica can see the penalty at the breakdown. And St. Lucia on a rapid attack here. They've worked their way into the 22. They're still on the ball. They've got players set up either side of the breakdown. And a bit of a one-out runner.
We have a.
We thought we had a little crisis here. We do have an injury at the player. Jamaica advanced back up to the pitch to the halfway line. And another St. Lucia player down.
We currently have 2 players down for St. Lucia. So we have a timeout just to check on the players. As we said earlier, that safety is of the highest importance, especially for the players. The referee looks and checks everything to ensure that we have a above board game. So usually you would have a timeout, a time hold, not a timeout, a time hold for injuries to ensure that everybody is seen properly and there's no rush. And then we reset the game with the person who had the possession last. So St. Lucia currently retains the possession of the ball, and as you can see, we are in a scrum. So the referee is going to reset the scrum. Ladies and gentlemen, tension run high as we are trying our to say the young men are trying their best. We have and he was put outside by defense killer, which is Jamaica will retain the ball. I'm not too sure if that happened. A pen. I'm waiting for the signal to let you know what just happened, and that was a try. Oh no, sorry about that. But it was not a try. So everything is in possession of the ball. So this is the infraction that was just made by Team Submission. Due to the infraction that was just made by Team St. Lucia, Jamaica was awarded the ball and opted to scrum. Now the team do at certain points are given options, and Jamaica went with what has been their strongest play, which is a scrum, to maintain that ball, and then we had a collapse of the scrum once again. So just waiting to see what the referee is going to decide. Again, of course, she will speak to the teams, both teams, to ensure that safety is of the utmost importance and highlighted. And she has reset the scrum.
To go, Jamaica put the ball in, they're 5 metres out. Great opportunity to score from there.
A lot of money there for Lucia.
Ball seems to be bobbling about. Yes, we have someone on the ball from Jamaica. Yes, one easy Fraser passes it out to Daniel James, who's gone to floor, got back to his feet without releasing the ball. Oof. Solid tackle there by Josh Rydman-Williams. Wow, big hits, driving the St Lucia team backwards.
And if you notice, Jamaica's tactic for the bigger players for St. Lucia is to double team them.
Correct. They've been practicing this all week. Every time I've seen them training, I've seen them do double tackles a lot in the training sessions. Now I can see why. Someone's obviously done some good analysis work and understood that that's probably the way to sort of nullify some of the most powerful St. Lucian runners.
No, what do we mean by double team? Double team means that one player usually wraps the feet and the other goes for the waist or the hands.
One low, one high.
Yes.
There is a technical skill to it where they both want to put their inside foot in the same place that one would, but generally that's what it looks like. One's going low and one's going high.
Also, high tackles would be anything that would be up above
the sternum.
The sternum
Yeah.
level.
When we say high, so that is, like you said, one would be down on the ankles, knees, and one would be around the midriff area. So we have Rashid Pencil coming onto the pitch now, and departing is, got to check which brother it is, Williams to me. Oh, let's see a shot. There goes St Lucia attacking out from their own try line. They're going to make a play for it. They've got wide, but they seem to have lost the ball. And yes, just to confirm, that was Jamie Rydman-Williams leaving the pitch from Coombe Down Rugby Club and replaced by Rashid Pencil.
We're down for another scrum.
Yeah, you probably find at the beginning of the game there's less scrums, less knock-ons, but as people get fatigued, everybody's sweaty, hands become greasy, ball becomes greasy. We had a bit of rain just before the start of the game. So yeah, as you progress through the game, that's what starts to happen. And maybe some teams become a bit more adventurous, take more risk, not always successful. And some people really love scrums, and others love to see the ball being ran. So if you've got a sevens background, you love to see the ball being ran end to end. It's very exciting. And the scrum is for a select few bunch of people who really know what they're talking about, and they'll look at that and salivate. So Jamaica just put the ball in. No, they haven't. They usually put the ball in, but
it came out the same channel.
Yes.
So what do we mean by it came out the same channel? When he put it in on the right side of the scrum, it came out straight on the left side. So it was not hooked, right?
Yeah.
And you explain what the hooker does?
Yes.
So.
So you might have heard the referee there calling crouch, bind, set, and she's doing it in a particular time, and each time she's making a call, she's checking that everything looks safe to her, and she won't let go past what she needs to go past until everything is safe.
So she called a penalty on Jamaica and advanced the play higher up onto the field, forcing Jamaica to go back 10. A laugh.
So yes, and Jamaica go in on the right-hand side for a try.
Yes. It was unforeseen because I didn't expect it.
No, I didn't.
And there was a fancy play of a backhand
Yes,
pass.
yes. Some people use the term Sonny Bill, famous New Zealand player, who used to often do that. He was well renowned for that. As you say, others say a chicken wing or backdoor, variety of names for it, but high level of skill. Again, risk reward, that paid off well for Jamaica.
It did. Also, Lucia is not coming across fast enough because you can hear them calling, come across. So.
Absolutely. We have a quick substitution now. We have Didier Taylor coming off. Didier is at Manchester Met University, and he's just done a good number of minutes, and he's been replaced by Alex Buck from Battersea Ironsides. So more changes, let's see what can happen.
Fraser just took the conversion, but it did not score.
Okay. So after that score, St Lucia coming back to restart the game. They'll restart the game with a kick from the halfway line. It'll be a drop kick. It means the ball has to bounce on the floor first before they can kick it. And they hope to kick it. It's got to go 10 metres, but there's a strong wind working against him at the moment. And he's done a magnificent kick. But Jamaica have caught it and are making some positive headway. Jamaica have been awarded a penalty because one of the players failing to roll away after the contact. And let's see what decision Jamaica make. Ronaldinho Fraser has put a kick, quite rightly so. There's a good wind going in that direction, so he's taking the ball down to 20 metres away from the St Lucia try line. And then they get to throw the ball in and have the advantage of they're throwing it in, so they get the choice of timing when they throw it in, and they have calls between their players so that they know where and when the ball is going to go.
Kanisha, K-A-N-I-S-H-A. K-A-N-I-S-H-A. Vincent.
So we now have the floodlights on, and that's made a difference. Sadly, as commentators, we have no screens or anything to aid us. We're literally working off the seat of our pants with pen and paper, notes standing at pitch side, ensuring that our microphone face one way so that we can actually keep the signal correct. But we hope we're not ruining your day, and we hope we're explaining a little bit more about the game of rugby and this one in particular. So we have a line out there on the far side of the pitch. It's been awarded to Jamaica, so Jamaica get to throw the ball in this time. But again, the wind is really fierce, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
So everyone gets a little better known with who's on field right now.
Yeah.
You know who I am. Just in case you were joining us late, my name is Shama, field journalist from St Lucia.
Yeah.
And you are?
Houghton Campbell.
Right, so we're going to take you to on the field right now as the referee is Kanisha Vincent of Trinidad and Tobago. And our ARs, or what most persons would say line personnel, but their formal name is ARs,
Assistant referees, yeah.
would be Chantal John from St. Lucia and Renata Frederick, also from St. Lucia. Our all-female crew for this
Fantastic.
match.
We love that.
I do.
Grow the game, grow the game. So here we go, back to a scrum. St. Lucia probably 5-8 metres out from their try line. Be interesting to see what they do. The wind, which was going north-south on the pitch, is now going sort of east-west or west-east. So let's see what they can do.
And if you notice this scrum, she is extremely, is extremely, I was caught up in the mode. She is extremely vigilant of what's going on in the scrum because of how many times it's collapsed. And safety, as we've said multiple times, is our number one priority.
Absolutely.
Although priority does make it number one, but just for emphasis sake.
Higher, lower priority, but you're right, it's number one. It's the first priority.
You mentioned a while ago.
They've decided to run, St. Lucia running. They're looking good. Great feet.
Yes, he does have. His name is Malou Cherry.
Right, one to look out for.
Yes, he is.
He's definitely
He's also a sevens player.
Was he really?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And then the big players are going through.
We think there's probably a safety there. Referee's blowing the whistle.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's come out, and that's again just going back to vigilance again. Referee's there, sees something, doesn't like the look of shape of it, immediately blows the whistle, stops the game. Medics.
The life of the game is the player.
Correct. Player welfare is everything. Yeah.
We have no game.
Yeah.
So everything rests on how long we can retain players and safety. Safety ensures that we have players for a longer period of time, as well as the more experienced they are, because they have less injuries, the fancier the game becomes.
Absolutely. So we were just talking about Wayne and the other coaches from St. Lucia a little bit earlier. I'm not sure whether it went to air. I think they might have cut for the break, but just wanted to make a mention for George Saunderson, who's the forwards coach for Jamaica Rugby. George is a bit of a talent. He has featured in the playing for Ireland in the under-20s Six Nations, which is very high calibre. And with that, he has now taken up coaching as his next grade, and he's doing a fantastic job with Jamaica. He coaches down at Ballina Hinch Rugby Club, and also works with the Sullivan Upper School in just outside Belfast, actually a place called Hollywood, not to be confused with the one in California.
I was just about to ask
how bit of a commute.
You named somewhere in England and you're now saying somewhere in the US.
Yes.
How does he do that? Is that a long distance kind of relationship we have going on here? So I've seen the referee speak to the scrum personnel quite a bit.
Yeah, I think they quite often advise them as to what they're going to accept and what they're not going to accept.
Which is very important.
Absolutely. Especially now, we're kind of probably midway through the second half. Players get fatigued and sometimes their focus might start to go. So again, the referee recognises that, whereas at the beginning of the game, everybody's hot on it and they tend to be focused on what they're doing. But it's when you lose focus that things can go easily wrong. And that's why the referee is, just explaining the key areas that she wants to accept from the players and behaviours. St. Lucia have just won the scrum and they've got the ball out. A little potential break, but just simply knocked it on.
And that was just awarded to Jamaica.
So, we have another scrum.
Now, for those persons who may not be around rugby often, the forwards' worst nightmare is a knock-on ball.
Absolutely.
They can take anything else,
Yeah,
but
but
knock
not a
on.
knock on. Unless they've knocked it on.
Yes.
If the backs have knocked it on after they've done all that hard work to win the ball and exhausted themselves, only to find that the opposition now have the opportunity to put the ball in.
And they have to do the work again.
All over,
For a
yeah.
different
And as much as
reason.
they love scrummaging, they don't love it for those reasons. They love it because it's on their terms.
Exactly. So, oh,
It's like an early push to me.
that's a very early push, and it's
There you go, yeah, there it is. He's called it. So the Jamaica team pushed forward in the scrum before the ball was actually in the scrum, which is not acceptable. So the referee gave a short arm penalty, which is in fact called a free kick, which means they're limited as to what options you can take from that.
okay.
In the past, you could take a scrum again, which I think today I'd like to see a bit more rugby.
So, Beanie was just trying to do a quick throw in.
Yes.
Since both teams were there, but not set.
You only need to have two from each side.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, and it's deemed to be formed. But one of the problems with that is at the moment is a lot of teams will step out of the line out first and tell what they're doing and then walk in. So that formation, although they have what we call the bookends, at the back and the front, that doesn't always happen. And that was a bit of a challenging throw there for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Young Dominic Myers. Oh, St. Lucia, look. Oh, here we goes, footwork again. Can they get it free? Yes, they do. I believe if St. Lucia keep it alive, they really could rack up some scores.
So you saw a bit of quick fit just now, with the effort to go through a space, but he hesitated,
Yes.
and hesitation is a back's worst nightmare.
It's the killer.
It's a killer.
Yeah.
Because in that split second that you're hesitating,
You can't make a quick
finds
decision.
himself there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it would appear that St. Lucia lost the ball and Jamaica has gained possession.
They're
And we
very
are-
close to the try line. They've got numbers over. Oh, and they're not going to pass. They're just going to go in and score. Brute force. Unfortunately, we can't see the scorers from here, but I suspect it's Matthew Corr. Matthew Corr plays his rugby in Florida, but apart from that, he's part of the Cavaliers club in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yep. So he came on as a substitute. Well done, Matthew. Can you get the score? Ronaldini Fraser about to take the conversion from the left hand side of the pitch, quite far out. Big wind. The flags remain down. So no success on that particular conversion, but a good kick. So just heard that there is 11 minutes to play, and another substitution has been made by Jamaica. We have Tristan Brown, who's only just made it in last night into St. Lucia, and he's now on the pitch wearing the number 2 jersey.
Pretty sure.
He'll be a front row
Pretty sure we
player.
have attempted yet another
I'm not
conversion
to
and
see who
this.
he has replaced. And here we go. St. Lucia
And
kick
our
off.
sco-
And Tristan, the
the
ball straight to
score
Tristan Brown.
is
And he has
56-0.
managed that ball very, very well. There's a lot of guys applying some heat, but he managed to keep it. And Jamaica are now playing front foot rugby.
It looks like we
Daniel
had a
James
breakaway just
shifted
now.
across to another player, and they've sprayed it out to the wing, and it looks like Jamaica are just going to walking in the corner, and not sure whether they scored or didn't score a try. The whistle went. Yes, Jamaica are celebrating, high fives all over the place. So yeah,
So the score is, well, was
yes.
56-0.
56-0. Plus another 5.
If my math is correct and my secondary
let's
school
see.
teacher would be very proud, we should be at 61-0 in
Correct.
favor of Jamaica. Ron Beanie
Yes.
is attempting
to
to
convert
convert,
from wide out.
which seems to be his better percentage of conversion.
It's interesting because Beanie obviously plays a lot of 7s, and he got it.
He,
I was going to say Beanie can actually drop kick those.
Give him the ball, get to him, go to front, get to him.
so actually the conversion was not good.
There we go. The kick goes to Sam Bailey, ex-Loughborough University player. Ended up with Josh Rydman Williams, who's really running into the heart of the St Lucian defence.
So the conversion just now was not good actually.
Oh, one had the flag up.
It seemed very close though.
Okay, well maybe we'll have a look at this one. So we're still at 61-0 to Jamaica, and they made a great breakaway down the right hand side, and well, the St Lucian players back in defence, and the referee has indicated that there's been an infringement and a penalty to St Lucia. This game really is now moving from end to end, from scrum to scrum to end, and St Lucia appear to have lost the ball on the try line, but the referee has called back for a penalty, suggesting that Jamaica were offside defensively. So here we go, we've got some wheels running. This is the excitement we've been looking for. Dummy switch provided by number 18. And once again, Jamaica have conceded another penalty.
We seem to have a player down for St Lucia. So we have a So the referee had noticed that we have St Lucia has a player down,
Right.
and is requesting a sub because there's a player down,
And here he comes.
and that would be Nathan Emmanuel, another one of our players from the junior
Really? Fantastic. He's a big lad, isn't he?
program. Yes, he is.
And how old is Nathan?
He is 18.
Oh, right, so literally that young. Fantastic. What a game
So
for him.
currently we have from the junior program on field right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 St.
5.
Lucian players.
And did you have one that came off earlier?
Yes, the 6th one is being seen by the medics right now. Well, actually 6 and 7. So earlier one was clapped off.
Yes.
He was also from the junior player. That would make it 7. And that is what is known as a drive back.
Yes.
So to gain back the grounds that you just made, instead of just tackling you, they push you back as far as they can.
Correct.
And then they go down. In this case, a maul could have been,
formed, but there weren't enough attackers.
yes.
So they isolated the ball carrier, and both 2 players drove him back. One of the outcomes from that is they've driven him back at such a rate that when he goes to ground, the temptation is to hold on to the ball when
Yes.
you have to release it. So from that, I think Jamaica have got a penalty. Although,
So a couple of the rules and regulations for the game. After you've been tackled, you must present the ball. Or you can attempt to get up and play the ball, but you cannot be on the ground or on your knees playing that ball. So, a lot of people wonder how come this guy did this and it wasn't blown, and that's one of the reasons or one of the things that can transpire so that the game can continue for you.
absolutely.
One of the safer things to do is to go to ground, get sealed, and let that ball go down that line. Now, go- forward pass.
Yeah, back for a penalty. I'm not sure whether it was offside by St Lucia, but Jamaica get a penalty middle of the pitch, just 10 metres into the St Lucia half. And if Jamaica are wise, they will see that they have width in their attack, and St Lucia are very narrow in defence, creating the potential overlap. No, they decided to go for the kick.
As you can see, the AR. Oh,
Sorry?
I was calling her the line. So
Yeah.
the AR
Yeah.
is always ahead of that ball. So
That's right, so if you're on this side and they're going to kick the penalty, you mark 10 metres back and you set the defence, you put your flag out and show the defence that where 10 metres away from the infringement is. So if they kick it, the AR is already 10 metres in front.
and she or he, whoever's at the time, plays a very vital part of the game because
so it's an assistant referee. It used to be linesman, because that all they would mark is what was going on, but actually they can communicate with the referee for other infringements. So here we go, the catch and drive by Jamaica, and they've shifted out and aiming straight for the post, and looking like the direct route is the easier route rather than running through the big players. So that makes it 66-0 and probably 5 minutes to go.
in the last minute of a 15th game, the big boy pants come out.
Depends whether you're on the winning side or the losing side.
Either side, because I mean, you have to maintain that. You have to maintain that either maintain your lead if it's a close game, or maintain what's going on so that you don't get more points set on you. So
Absolutely. I probably would say that happens in the final 10. There's still bits to play for. You can hear Jamaica saying one more.
the score is 68-0 to Jamaica.
68-0. Yes. Yeah. That would have included the conversion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 3 minutes to go. Jamaica kicked the ball. St Lucia kicked the ball. Restart to Sam Bailey. Sam, ex-University, Loughborough University player. Carried it really powerfully and created a breakdown. Jamaica seem to be playing out the back now. They're having blocker runners playing out the back to get to the width. And now they're on the far side on the right wing, doing a really good job. Looks like Jamaica setting up pods. St Lucia, oh, I think Jamaica kicked it. Very unusual. Again, we apologise, we don't have the ability to see what's going on. We don't have a screen monitor, so we can't see what's going on the far side of the pitch. The floodlights are on, but it's just too far away, 50 metres, probably 70 on the diagonal. Is too much for us to see what happened there. But what we do know is they're restarting play with a line out on the far side, just outside the 22, and the ball's going to be put in by Jamaica, so Jamaica still get to continue their attack. Here they go. Daniel James. Yes, Jamaica look like they're going to dot it down again. Very close, and they're over. So that is now 73-0, and a conversion to go.
Your math teacher would be proud.
Oh, absolutely. She might even let me back in the class.
Teach the young ones a thing or two. I was quick to use ChatGPT or AI.
Oh.
Some mental arithmetic.
Well, computers weren't even invented when I was at school, let alone ChatGPT. It was Inkwell and ink pen. There we go. 65, 75.
No, it was 73 plus.
Just converted.
Right.
2 points for that.
That's correct. And it was by Beanie.
Yep. But there's 2 minutes to go. Oh, restart to Jamaica, and we've got some rapid wheels down the far right wing. Ooh. Can't see who that is, but that's Daniel James dotting it down under the post. Love to know who that was that made that break. That's great.
I think there's a name for that when you score right off the kickoff.
I don't know. I don't have a name for that, but I'm sure there is.
But that was a beautiful play right there.
Yeah, and I think importantly it was the pace of the runner.
The confidence behind it as well.
I think that's what happens, isn't it? They play well. So did they get that? Is that 80? That is 80 at least. Could be 82-0.
So the conversion was good. We were at 75.
Yeah.
Try makes it 80, and you have very correct. And the conversion was good, 82.
I think they might let me back into my maths class now.
I think so too. I think I'm on probation. It was an interesting game. It was an interesting game.
Yeah, I think you look how St. Lucia started so powerfully. They really took the game to Jamaica. Just didn't get the points, unfortunately, but they took the game to them and they played with great physicality. And a bit later in the game, we saw some of the young kids that come in and really set the game on fire.
And the bench was just as strong as the starting 15. So
yeah.
A beat was never missed when somebody came off on both teams. So Jamaica had a sub and things went on as normal, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
So Lucia had the same flow, which is very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when a flow is disrupted, you tend to have an issue to start back and get the feel of things.
Yeah, I think it got a bit staccato when we get a few injuries, scrummages, scrummage, and then the game doesn't flow for a bit. But once that got over and just opened up, I think during that period people are resting, and then everything opens up and the game became really fast and really enjoyable. It really says a lot about rugby in the Caribbean to see both teams really going neck and neck. You probably look at the scoreline, you would think, oh, you got hammered, but actually watching the game, it was really competitive, fiercely competitive.
It was, especially on the defensive. Especially on the defensive aspect of the play, I find both teams held their own. You did not see any pockets of weakness and say, okay, we're going to target this person.
No.
Normally you would hear them saying this one's the one to go at. There was none of that. So I am proud of both teams for the level of competition that they brought to the Helen of the West, which is St. Lucia. Looking forward to see y'all come in to Carnival 7, so have some fun.
I'm sure we'll have a little team somewhere. I'd like to get across to St. Lucia. I've heard things on the grapevine.
You should.
Yeah.
So We are going to look for the captains so we can interview the captains about this match, and then we'll take it from there.
So are we going to do one each, or?
Yes, I think we should. You take Lucia, I'll take Jamaica.
Wonderful, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
But
and this is the other bit of the friendship. They get these team photos, but afterwards they both come together and join together, both teams in the same photo, which really this is about making memories, isn't it? And you know, they always look fantastic.
I find for the expression and the life that you put on the field, that you left on the field, your heart, your soul, your everything.
I can see it dotted around. I definitely can see it dotted around.
You come back and you shake hands, you applaud, you make new friends, I appreciate what sports does for people. It changes lives. A lot of people don't understand the aspect or where that comes from, but it does change lives, and I appreciate the experience and the opportunity that I got to see it firsthand and to be able to share it with other persons.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know, we see that at grassroots, and this is why you have these gateway sports. And if people can come in at a young age, you know, that sits alongside them. A lot of people use it, you know, to sort of focus their time. You know, if you're training in a kind of high performance way, you can actually say, do you know what? Yeah, I've got exams and all these things, but I actually need a break from that. So rather than having a break and doing something naughty, young kids can actually have a break and play sport and be with their friends. And we see this great friendship and allyship that sticks with players for many, many years. And here we go, the guys are taking the picture now, both teams together, which is a great celebration of the game.
A memory for 2026.
Absolutely. What a great memory.
It is. There you go. Always something to smile about, always something to remember.
Absolutely.
Of course, both teams will be going back to the drawing board.
I think they'll be going to the bar actually, changing rooms and have a little party, as they were saying.
Yeah. We have to go get the. We have to get the captains. Oscar. That camera?
Which camera?
This one. Excuse me, Jamaica.
I did. Flavian. They call me Oscar.
Captain, please.
Oscar. Right.
Yes, please. Do you want something before you?
Yeah, please. I'm hot.
So here we have Flavian, known as Oscar, the St. Lucian captain. Congratulations.
Do we have anything?
Saw the hard-fought battle today.
Yeah, it was very hard.
Coach, you have any tissue there? Tissue.
We'll get it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But it's a kind of way. Under 19.
Fast. Yeah. Really excited to watch.
So get them. The coming years.
I watched the under-19s play today,
Yes.
and I thought they were fantastic. So
Yes.
good to see. There's a lot going on.
Yes. Technical director did a very good job.
Yeah.
Done. That's his program, and he's running the program. So kudos to him. We have replacement. Well, we're not looking for replacement for the forwards. So we still have to play as a forward, and but yeah,
You did well.
Yeah.
We saw this contest a head-to-head with both forwards, both backs. Really tough.
Was really, although we've not been training for a while, but the senior guys are as the technique, so
Yeah.
we could have contested during the scrums.
You did. You did. Yeah, you did. And
It's painful.
what does the future look like if you sort of look at 2 years' time?
2 years time, I think we should be on par with these guys.
Yeah.
We should be competitive. We're in the process of looking for replacement pack. So that's our next aim, to replace the pack. Those guys are more base 7. The back line is more base 7.
Yeah. You can see.
So No. We'll try and get them. That's why we have the program going to the closer islands and play. So that we can get our 15s on pass.
Yeah. No, fantastic. That's great. Sir. So what's the plan for tonight? You boys going for shower and a little party?
Shower and bed.
Yes.
I might be lying.
Okay, I won't question you on that one, but
thank you, sir.
That's great. Congratulations. Really well played.
Thank you to the Jamaican contingent for
You're welcome.
giving us a competition.
Yeah, go join your team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stay with me.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm Shama and you are? Josh, captain of Jamaica's. Let's start off with 3 simple questions.
Yeah.
How did you find the game?
Yeah, it's good. It's tough. Obviously, we've got a few English-based boys as well, so it's too hot for us, as you can see. But no, it's good. It's good for us to get a run out. We haven't played since last year, so we've got quite a few new caps and a few boys that have had a few caps. So it's good to get the non-experienced boys to come get some experience and build on to next year.
Anything that you would have done differently during the course of the game?
Well, I butchered 2 tries, so I probably should have got 2 more. But I think for us, we were getting quite niggly with each other and arguing in the team. I think we've got to work on that and maybe have some more harmony and some more unity in the team. But yeah, that's the work on for me.
And what for you would have been the most positive aspect or positive thing that transpired in the game?
Well, our goal was to stick to our structure. We've been working on structure all week, so I feel like we play quite different styles of rugby to St. Lucia, so we thought it was going to be hard for us to stick to our structure and shape, but we managed to do that as much as we could, so yeah, I'm proud of the boys. It's good.
What last question? It just came in. I'm sorry. How do you find the lovely island of?
I love it. It's similar to Jamaica actually, so it's nice to be here. I've got a bit of sunburn, but yeah, I'll be topping up sun cream tomorrow. But yeah, it's a lovely island. I'm happy to be here.
So I will say congratulations on behalf of everyone here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for putting on a clean and competitive game.
Thank you very
Looking
much.
forward to seeing you all again.
Yeah, cool.
And welcome back.
Yeah, thank you St. Lucia boys as well. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
All right, bye.
All good?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen our 15th test match. St. Lucia against Jamaica. Jamaica took it home this time, but St. Lucia will try to come back again at the next one. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming. Persons in the stands next time. Have a good night.
segment, mad people 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 segment. Look something to talk about. Run anywhere,